What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We just had a massive trade happen between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. Jalen Ramsey, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Jonnu Smith, all on the move. So we're going to start with the Steelers side of this trade and jump into a Ramsey and Jonnu Smith Pittsburgh Steelers Rebuild in Madden 25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 10,000 subs, so if you want to help us reach that goal, that would be absolutely amazing. So obviously, it is pretty much the dead time of the offseason, so it's somewhat rare when we get something like this to happen. So it is pretty cool that we did get a massive trade, and I kind of want to talk about it. So there's a late pick involved, but the main thing to talk about, obviously, is the fact that the Steelers swapped Minkah Fitzpatrick and Jalen Ramsey, and the trade came out like step by step, right? Like it didn't come out all at once. Kind of weird on how many pieces kept getting announced. So the first step was Ramsey's being traded to the Steelers. Okay, automatically I'm like, okay, maybe he got traded for like a fourth, fifth, or whatever, because that's just sometimes how things go when veterans, you know, get traded away. Sometimes they don't go for a ton at times. So we were waiting for the compensation to announce, and then they said, oh wow, it's Minkah Fitzpatrick for Jalen Ramsey. I'm like, what? Why would they do that? That's kind of interesting. And then another piece gets announced. Jonnu Smith is also involved, as Arthur Smith gets his old tight end back from Atlanta. So it was just kind of interesting how it all dropped, how it all came out. And at the end of the day, the Steelers now have Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith in place of Minkah Fitzpatrick. Now, I can't pretend to know that, you know, I don't know if Minkah Fitzpatrick was falling off or not. I don't think he was, but feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in that. I didn't watch every single Steelers game last year, but I felt like he was still pretty productive, a really good safety in the NFL, and then they traded him for Jalen Ramsey, who's also still a solid player, and they get Jonnu Smith, I guess, as well. I'm not sure I love this for the Steelers, but if you're a Steelers fan, please feel free to let me know if I'm wrong in thinking that. But for year number one, we're going to go ahead and sum it to the end of the season. We're going to see how this is going to go. Ramsey, Slay, and Joey Porter is a nice cornerback room. If they would have had Minkah Fitzpatrick on top of this, I would have loved it for them. But with him gone, it kind of makes me like it less, I guess. But we'll see how it goes. Let's simulate season one, and let's see if the Steelers finds himself in the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers leading the way in his potential final season in the NFL. The Steelers should be a fun team, whatever you may think about them. So at the end of year number one, we finished up at 9-8, which has obviously been kind of the pinnacle of what the Steelers have been in the last however many seasons. They've always been just right over 500. So yeah, I mean, 9-8 does kind of make sense for them, unfortunately. You know, like I said, I do feel good about this Steelers team. It all depends on how good Aaron Rodgers is. I feel like he showed some promise towards the end there with the Jets, you know, kind of looking like his former self a little bit, but he is still extremely old, and well, we'll just have to see how it goes. But NFL, or I guess Madden, I should say, predicts a 9-8 record, which is kind of on par in what the Steelers have been lately. 9-8, 10-7, stuff like that. So it's not too surprising to see that, I would say. But it does suck that we won't see Aaron Rodgers in the postseason for his potential final season in the NFL. So we'll have to find a new quarterback after this. So that'll be kind of an interesting thing to navigate. Obviously, Will Howard was drafted, so I don't know if they plan on eventually giving him the reins or whatever, but we'll see. So offensively, we're 20th in the NFL. Rodgers threw 24 touchdowns, 3,600 yards, and defensively, we're 5th. So obviously not surprised by our top 5 defense. The offense with Rodgers was okay. Jalen Warren, oh my gosh, I forgot to put Caleb Johnson as the starter. That definitely didn't help. I feel so dumb now. That pisses me off that I forgot to do that. I had Jalen Warren starting all season. That's my bad, guys. I apologize. That's you know what? I feel like I almost want to restart it because of that. And oh my gosh, but it's whatever. I'll just live with the decision. So sacks wise, 18.5 sacks from TJ Watt, 12.5 from Alex Highsmith, 7.5 from Cameron Hayward, 3.5 from Harmon. Yeah, I feel really mad that I didn't put Caleb Johnson as a starter, but it is what it is. I can't go back now. So I'm going to make him start for the rest of the video. I feel so dumb that he wasn't starting right away. Something I totally glossed over. My mistake, man. Okay, let's get a free agency, though. So we had Jalen Warren. We had Darius Slay. So Warren, I'm going to go ahead and let go, even though he was our starter. Well, I wouldn't mind keeping him, obviously. So we could keep him as like a third down guy, but Caleb Johnson needs to be the starter next year, and I should have done that from the get-go. Slay, I will resign, but I have seen him just retire before, even after I've given him a new contract, so it wouldn't surprise me if he's not back. Juan Thornhill was our starting free safety with Minkah Fitzpatrick gone, but we'll try to find something different and upgrade over him. So let's get into stage one of free agency, shall we? So we'll need a new quarterback. Need a new free safety, but overall this team should be looking really good still going into next season. So as long as we get those two things figured out, we should be totally fine. Because offensively, you know, you could argue we could use another wide receiver. I guess Rodgers is still technically here, but if he is in fact done, which it sounds like he was according to Pat McAfee's show, we're going to go ahead and release him because I don't think he's going to be playing another season after this. So that's a disappointing way for him to go out, but it is what it is on that department. So need a new wide receiver, need a new quarterback, need a new free safety, offensive line. So there's a little bit more than I thought. Defensively, though, I feel really good other than the safety position. Like, I'm really good on the defense, just need a free safety and we'd be good. So like Justin Simmons is sitting here in free agency. He'd obviously be kind of perfect, and it wouldn't surprise me at all in real life if they did go for him. And he is here and he's interested. So this would obviously be kind of the piece that we truly need, and we could just focus on the offense after we get Justin Simmons. So that'd be really awesome. Niners are in on him too, so we'll have to see if that works out. I am going to go ahead and snag Rico Dowdle as our third down back, though, I think, to in place of Jalen Warren. So he has no offers, so we should get him. Let's see if there's any offensive lineman options we want to go for. So there's Jedrick Willis, who's young. We could move him to guard and take a flyer on him, so I'm willing to try it with him only being 26. We'll see what that turns into. Niners, once again, you know, in contesting with what we're going after. Anything else that we want to look at? No, I don't think so. What about wide receivers? Because we have Roman Wilson, we have Calvin Austin. So I do think we just need like a wide receiver 2 next to DK. I think that'd be the only thing we need. I don't mind Calvin Austin as like the third guy in the slot. So Simmons, Rico Dowdle, and Jedrick Willis. We'll see if we get all of them. I would really like to get Justin Simmons. I think he'd be perfect for what we need right now. So I'm going to maybe offer him even more money. So let's see if he does maybe change his mind. And now, wait, now he's not interested at all? What happened? Very player friendly. Did I not give him a good enough offer? I have no idea why it went down. We just disappeared now? We're just not even in the conversation anymore, I guess. Maybe it's just glitching? I don't know. Weird. Yeah, it's just not even showing us anymore. Maybe I don't know what's going on. We still got him, so I guess it was just glitching. We get Rico Dowdle as well, and I'm assuming we didn't get the other guy. So we did not get, unfortunately, Jedrick Willis, which is totally fine. I'm not too concerned about that. So we get our free safety. We get a new running back in place of to back up Caleb Johnson in place of Jalen Warren, obviously. We need to go in the draft and probably draft a quarterback round 1. Need offensive line help. Need a wide receiver. So going to be focused all on the offense going into the draft. So let's go see what we can do. We did trade, I think, a second for DK Metcalf, or is that already conveyed? That might already be done, actually. So we might be going to this draft with a full slate of draft picks, but I'm going to double check. We actually have an extra third-round pick because of the George Pickens trade. I forgot about that. So we did go ahead and grab that from the Cowboys, and now let's go see what we can do in this draft. So, as I mentioned, quarterback is obviously really important. Do we just take Drew Aller, or do we take the offensive lineman first? I mean, what other quarterback options would there be if we didn't take one right now? Let's see. So, Drew Aller, Norris Sellers, Taylor Green. So, we could hope to maybe get one of these two in the second round, and we could take the offensive lineman and Francis, which I don't hate the idea of. Or I guess Spencer Fano is what I meant to say. I do think we really do need to protect whoever we draft at quarterback. So I do think getting protection is probably in our best interest. So I'm going to hope that one of those quarterbacks falls to us in round 2. And we'll snag one of them there. But we can't pass on the talent that is Spencer Fano. And then let's see what is available to us in round 2 as far as quarterback is concerned. Hopefully we didn't sell. There's Norris Sellers who went off the board. Definitely was looking at him. There's a freaking fly. Summer is so annoying because of that, dude. Flies just get in your house. So annoying. But, all right. We got Bernard. What about quarterbacks? What do we got for quarterbacks? All right. So, now we have Taylor Green. We might have to go ahead and take a chance on Taylor Green out of Arkansas. We got A, short accuracy, B, deep accuracy, B, medium accuracy. Strength is elite. Speed is elite. Throw power is elite. I think we take him, and this is a home run in round 2. So, we get our quarterback. Normal dev, but he's going to have to start immediately. We really don't have a choice. We're not starting Mason Rudolph going into next season. And I think the only thing I'd like to do in round 3, well, I guess we have 2 round 3 picks, is get ourselves another weapon at wide receiver if we can, if there's a good one maybe available for us. So, Eugene Wilson, the third is an option, or we have Deion Burks or Evan Stewart at Oregon, Deuce Robinson, Dane Key, Jordan Tyson. Or do we trade both these third round picks to try to land ourselves a wide receiver? We could look at that option, but it probably won't be easy to make that happen. So let's pause the draft and let's go see if there is anybody, because I don't really like the options we have on the board right now. And I feel like we do need to add another weapon to this team in the worst way possible. So 2 third rounders for like what? Let's say we went after, I'm just looking for a wide receiver too. Like say Sutton. Sutton would be okay. I would not hate that. There's Judy as well in Cleveland. He's been awesome for Cleveland. So would they do an in-division trade with us where we get Rant or Jalen or Jerry Judy off of them? I don't even think they can trade him, actually. Never mind. So that's not even going to be possible. Would have been fine with that. Godwin, Ibuka, Michael Wilson, Lad McConkey. That's not Rice. Worthy would be awesome. Michael Pittman. Like, is there a chance the Colts would give us Michael Pittman? Well, I mean, him and DK are... I don't think. I think we need a little bit of a better compliment than that. Jalen Waddle, Nick Westbrook, Devontae Smith, Dotson. Okay. I mean, there's Mooney, there's Jennings from the Niners, but a third rounder seems kind of steep for him. Robinson. Gonna keep scrolling until I find something I like. Jameson Williams could be interesting. We traded a third for him. He'd be kind of a nice compliment. He does have to be paid after this season. Would the Lions trade him before they have to pay him? I'm gonna try it. I think Jameson Williams would be really nice. Man, 2 third-rounders for Jameson Williams could be steep, but it could be worth the flyer. Oh, man. I don't know if I can get more than that. 2 third-rounders for Dubs. And, ooh, Leggett went up to Superstar Dev. Would the Panthers give us Leggett? Nah. Okay, so we might as well just draft here. We're not going to get anything we're looking for, so let's just draft our best flyer that we have at wide receiver, whether it's Evan Stewart, whatever it may be. I mean, there's Eugene Wilson as well, but I think we're going to land ourselves on Evan Stewart, maybe. Deuce Robinson, Dane Key, and then we have like Concepcion down here at Texas A&M. I guess he transferred. Didn't he play for like NC State or something, if I'm not mistaken? I think we're going to take Evan Stewart, though. Playmaker out of Oregon, F-catch and traffic, deep route. Speed is great. So we're going to take a flyer on Evan Stewart here in round 3, 90 in true value, but he's going to be hidden dev, 95 speed. So can't be too upset with that. And then we'll just take, you know, whatever, I guess, at round 80 or pick 84. We still don't really have the best wide receiver that I wanted, but we can maybe throw Evan Stewart out there right away, and maybe he shows us something we weren't expecting. So I'm also just going to go ahead and take Sony Styles here with elite speed at the linebacker position. So that will be our draft, and I will see you guys with the lineup going into year number 2. So going into this season, we're an 85 overall with an 80 offense and a 92 defense. So the first thing we need to make sure we actually do this season, and I feel really dumb we didn't do this last year, is Caleb Johnson obviously needs to be the starter. They did draft us another running back, which is somewhat interesting, but Caleb Johnson's going to start. Taylor Green's only a superstar, or sorry, a normal dev, not superstar. We hope to get him to superstar. That'd be great. But our offensive line looks a little bit better now with Spencer Fano added. We have Calvin Austin, DK Metcalf, Evan Stewart, and now Caleb Johnson's going to start with Taylor Green. On the defense side of football, the only thing we really did, obviously, was add Evan Stewart, or sorry, Justin Simmons, and we did draft Sony Styles as well, which is going to be helpful. Now, who's our slot wide receiver? I'm going to give this to Evan Stewart. Let's give him a chance to pop off right away to help out our young quarterback. So yeah, we're gonna have to see how it goes. We're gonna leave the schemes the same. I felt like our offense was okay last year. Maybe we do change our offensive playbook just in case. I mean, what would we change it to? I guess we could go with like Cleveland's, Arizona's. No, I mean, we could try KC's playbook. I guess it's always kind of a good thing to see if our quarterback, young QB, could pop off right away. So KC would probably give him one of the best chances to do that. So I will see you guys at the end of year number 2. Well, I will say that is not what I anticipated for this season. We went 5-12. I figured with our playbook on defense or our playbook on offense that this team would do really well, but man, was that not the case at all. It was horrible. This would be Mike Tomlin's first year under 500, 30th in the NFL in offense, and defensively, we were 14th in the NFL. So the saving thing I will say, though, is we will get a top 5 pick probably this year. That's one thing to be happy about, so we can get like the Arch Mannings of the world on this team, so at least we have that going for us. So you had 12 touchdowns from Stewart, so he was good right away, which is good at least. Sacks, he had 20.5 from TJ Watt, 6.5 from Highsmith, and 6 from Derek Harmon. So yeah, I think if we walk away with Arch Manning in this draft, we really can't be too upset with the result. Like I said, it does suck that it couldn't have worked out this year, but it is what it is. So I almost get past re-signing stage on accident. So let's get DK Metcalf on the, he got a new extension anyway in Pittsburgh, so he should be back. So he's going to stick around. Same with TJ Watt. I mean, he's been phenomenal for us. No reason to let him walk now, so not going to let that happen if we can avoid it. Then we got Sean Elliott, which we'll re-sign him too. I mean, very last minute at Fitzpatrick, so don't want to lose another safety. I'm surprised Slay still wants to play, but if he wants to, I'm definitely down to keep him around. Still a superstar dev, fine starter. And Cole Holcomb, yeah, I don't mind him, even though we're kind of fine at middle linebacker, but that gives about $76 million in cap space. Calvin Austin, I am going to see if we can get a better wide receiver, and then maybe a better guard as well. Jonnu Smith is a free agent too. I don't mind keeping him as a backup, I guess, but he's going to test free agency, which is fine. $76 million in cap space to work with, so this should still be a very good offseason, and we should have the ability to draft Nico or Arch Manning, assuming we get like the top 2 pick. Maybe it would be great if we got #1 overall, so we can kind of just choose who we want. Let's see who it is or what it's going to be. So it's the 5th pick. So even if we have to trade up a couple picks, I'm so down to do that because we need a quarterback. So let's not what I wanted. I wanted mock drafts, right? So let's go to mock drafts and see what court. So who's picking one? Okay. So far, well, let's go to mock draft 5. So far, what, I guess they're not there yet. Mock draft 3. Okay, now we're starting to see the quarterbacks go top. So I do think we should probably trade into #2 at least. Like we can get one of the, Arch Manning or Nico. Maybe even trade up to #1. That way we just draft Arch Manning and be happy. So we maybe do that. But let's go take a look at the lineup. But if we can get that quarterback situation figured out, I think that'd be the most ideal thing. So yes, while we did take Taylor Green and we could give him a chance to start again, I am so on the train of just getting a quarterback figured out right now. So we do need to upgrade at least one of the guards, if not both, if we can. Wide receiver is still something at the top of my priority list. And then defensively, we lost Cameron Hayward, so probably should add another defensive lineman as well. Yeah, but everything else is looking pretty good on this defense. So if we can figure that out, we should be in a good position. All right, so we got the 3 targets in free agency for us. Jameson Williams, who we tried to trade for, but now we may be able to get him just through free agency, which is even better. And then Batonio and Braden Smith, which are 2 veteran guards, but guys that would start at guard for us right away. Let's see. So Batonio's still thinking about it. We're still his only offer. I assume he'll eventually accept this, and he does. So we get him, move Braden Smith to right guard, and we should be in a really good position now. So I love that. So let's go manage our roster, and we can trade up into the draft. That's going to be the next step, because if we can get the quarterback situation figured out, we should be in a really good spot going into next season. If we get Arch Manning, which is going to be the goal, obviously, we're going to trade our first-round pick. We're going to go for it. Let's get ourselves a franchise quarterback for once. The Steelers haven't had one since Ben Roethlisberger, so let's make sure we solve that finally. We should be in a good position. So let's go see what it would take to get the #1 overall pick from, I forgot who had it. Was it the Jaguars? I can't remember. It was someone else, but we'll figure it out. So who has the #1 overall pick? I know the Jaguars, I think, had 2. I can't for the life of me. Or Seattle. I think Seattle had the #1 pick, if I remember now. Seattle. No, wait, I swore they did. Maybe it was, maybe that's like an earlier mock draft when they were doing bad or something. I don't know. Let's see. Anybody here have #1 overall? 7 is the earliest I've seen so far. 4. Jaguars have 3, so that wasn't even correct either. Who has #1 overall? There it is. We got the Raiders. Okay, let's give them our 2nd and our 1st next year, and that should be good enough compensation. And boom, just like that, we have the #1 overall pick. We just need to add a quarterback to this. We're going to be in a good position. Now let's go see who we get, but we all know it'll be Arch Manning. Are on the clock, and as I mentioned, we already kind of know who we're taking. Let's get our franchise quarterback, Arch Manning. Welcome to Pittsburgh, my friend. We've been looking for someone like you for the longest time now, so we are very happy to have added you to this team. With a KC playbook and our Pittsburgh playbook on defense, we should be more than a playoff team, in my opinion, next year. We'll have to see. So we also don't even have, or do we have a 3rd rounder? Or yeah, we do. Or no, we didn't. Interesting. So we even have a 3rd round. Or I know why we didn't have a 3rd rounder. I'm an idiot. Because I had to trade it for to get that Cowboys pick. So whatever. It is what it is. I'm just going to go ahead and get into year number 3. And we're going to see if this team can finally click on all cylinders and make the playoffs. So at the end of this season, we go from 9-8 to 5-12 to 12-5. So we reversed our record, but we are not currently... We currently don't have a playoff game. I don't think 12-5 would get me the bye, right? We didn't miss the playoffs, did we? No, we got the bye at 12-5. I'm actually surprised by that. Usually you have to win at least 14. Elliott had 5 interceptions. TJ Watt continues to have an amazing season sacks-wise every year. That's great to see. But let's go take a look at the offense. So 14th in the NFL with Arch Manning under center, which is nice. It's been better or best throughout the video, and defensively continues to be really good. 43-17 from Arch Manning, but only 2 rushing touchdowns from Caleb Johnson is kind of disgusting. Like, how on earth does that happen? Arch Manning had 2 rushing touchdowns as well. Rico with 5. 1,100 yards from Pat Freiermuth, 1,000 from DK Metcalf, 900 from Ever Stewart, 800 from Jameson Williams, and 240 from Caleb Johnson. Sacks-wise, he had 31 from TJ Watt, 15 from Alex Highsmith, 11 from Derek Harmon, 3 from Peyton Wilson, 1.5 from Queen, and 1.5 from Keanu Benton. And Elliott, as we saw, was top 3 in interceptions. Ramsey with 4, 3 from Patrick Queen, 1 from Watt, 1 from Holcomb, 1 from Simmons, 1 from Slay, 1 from Beanie Bishop, and 1 from Jamel Johnson. So we get to jump in and not even worry about Wild Card Weekend, which is nice to see. So let's go see who's in front of us in the divisional, as it will be the fellow division rival Baltimore Ravens. So let's see how this is about to go. This should be a very fun playoff game. Also a very scary one at that as well. The divisional weekend time, we got the Steelers and the Ravens, fellow historical division rivals, as the Ravens will come out here and start off with a touchdown. We need to respond, and we do it 7-7. It's now 14-7. And I know Justin Tucker is still on the Ravens, but unfortunately I can't put Justin Tucker off the Ravens because the new kicker is not in this roster that I have. We need to get the ball back and fast. So let's see if we can get this ball back. It's 3rd and 12, 2 minutes left in the game. We need to stop on defense. So as long as we don't allow them to get a first down, we will be okay. Let me switch on to Patrick Queen. So just got to keep Lamar contained. No first down. Oh my gosh, that's a pick. Let's go. We needed that. So we got an interception. Beautiful, beautiful interception. We needed that. And now we get to drive this downfield. So that was a horrible throw by my boy Lamar Jackson. Now we have a chance to get this thing in field goal range if we can. So we're going to run this before the 2-minute warning. And Caleb Johnson is going to gain a nice 6 yards. All right, we have a chance to take this game away from the Ravens here at the very last second. Let's see if we can't make it happen. So DK Metcalf, if you want to get open and split them in the middle, that'd be great. But we're not going to... Oh, my gosh. I'm pocket collapsed so quick. 3rd and 9. I mean, this is 4-down territory at this point. So no matter what, we're going to go for it. So let's just try to make it easier on 4th down if we can. So I'm kind of hoping Jameson Williams can... I mean, I guess we should probably try to do something fast. Let's see if we can get this off quickly. Williams, throw that, man. I tried to throw it earlier. I don't know what happened. It didn't release for some reason. Okay. Well, it's 4th and 4. And now we need a first down. So I'm hoping for this zig route with Evan Stewart to be open, but we'll see. It is. It's open. This time we do get the ball off, and we're going to get a first down. So Marlon Humphrey makes the tackle. But, man, I should have had a first down with James Williams in an earlier play, but... I don't know. I guess I clicked the button too early or something. And now the button clicked earlier than I wanted it to. This is going to be a stupid throw, but I'm taking a chance. And oh my gosh, what a dime by Arch Manning. Wow. I honestly kind of felt dumb for throwing that, but never mind. I don't anymore. So now we are inside the 10. They don't even have anybody covering DK. I mean, we got to take the free points, right? We have to. We got to take the free. Is that going to be... Wait, where was 33 at? Was he just invisible? He just came out of nowhere. But I think... I don't know what to call. Or was he off the... I don't know what just happened. What is this call? Offsides defense? Why was he... I have no idea. I mean, I hate to take the points. It was Jair as well. Or I hate to score this early. But, I mean, I feel like we got to, right? Like, we got to take the score while we have it. So, okay, we're going to go for 2 to try to make this a full 1-possession game with 7. They leave Firemouth open, and we do just that. So it's 14-21. Now we just need our top defense to get the stop we're looking for. Can they do it? And they will. Let's go. So we jump in a crazy divisional matchup. We get an interception immediately, and now we get to head to the AFC Championship game. That was a very fun jump in there, but now let's go to the AFC Championship game. And now for the AFC Championship game, as it's going to be Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans. So we just took down the Ravens, so I'd really like to see us take down the Titans as well, but let's see if we're able to do just that. We go up 7-0. It's a good start. Defensively, they keep getting stopped so far. Big interception from Jalen Ramsey, and we're up 14-0. Another interception from this time from Patrick Queen. So 2 traded it, or I guess Queen came from free agency. Never mind. 21-0. 2 acquisitions, I should say, making big plays in the biggest game before the Super Bowl. But the Titans are slowly trying to creep back into it. Just don't let them get the ball back, and they don't. So same score as last one. 14-21 victory. And just like that, in Arch Manning's rookie season, we're headed to the Super Bowl. This team was built to win now, and I'm glad to see it coming to fruition. Let's go see if we win the whole thing. We'll go see who's in front of us in the Super Bowl. It is now Super Bowl Sunday time, as we are playing none other than, of course, as usual, the Eagles. So it's the Battle of Pennsylvania here, as the Eagles will come down and score a field goal right away, and then we get stopped on our first possession. They only have scored field goals so far, but we have not scored at all, especially in the first half. But we can still take the lead here, and we do just that, 7-6. We get a big interception from Patrick Queen, and it's still a one-point game right now for us. Can we... It's 9-7. Okay, so they have not been able to put up any touchdowns. We have already put up one. So let's see if we can do that again. That would be obviously the greatest thing we could possibly do right now. While we could still win with a field goal, don't get me wrong, but we get a touchdown here. We put this out of reach quite a bit. Or I guess it's still, what am I talking about? It's not like that out of reach. But Arch Manning's throwing a pick in this game, which isn't great for the Super Bowl. Okay, let's just keep this momentum going. I mean, we could just put ourselves in field goal range and just live with whatever. That's going to be a risky throw, but oh my gosh, what a throw it was. And that might get us all the way inside the 5, but we're going to be stopped at the 6. Okay, well, 2 plays that I've jumped in to make happen have happened when I've scrambled out to the right and I've found someone downfield. And Caleb Johnson's going to be wide open for a touchdown. Now, we need our defense get a stop. Let's see if they do just that. And they will get a big stop. I don't know what just happened there, but I think we have the ball now. We do, and that is going to be your ball game. 14-9. I don't know what the Eagles just did. We must have gotten a big stop there, but they looked like they were well on their way to maybe score, and thankfully they do not. So they're going to call all their timeouts, obviously, so there's still somewhat hope for them. But as long as we get a first down, I mean, even without a first down, it's very, very unlikely that the Eagles will have a chance to put something in the end zone, especially if we just punt the ball away and pin them deep or whatever. So once again, 14 and it's going to be 9 seconds left, but 14-9 is a low scoring Super Bowl, but all that matters is we could be punching our ticket to a new Lombardi from the Steelers. That's going to be a first down run, and that is going to be your ball game. The Eagles will call their last time out, but we get to kneel this out now. And just like that, we have brought the Steelers to the Super Bowl with the Ramsey trade. So that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I regret not starting Caleb Johnson in year 1. That is my fault, and I apologize, but I hope I have made up for it since then. And that'll be how this ends. So, thank you all for watching. I will see y'all in the next one. We'll probably do a Minka Fitzpatrick Dolphins video as well. And then we're going to still complete the New Look series. I already recorded one of them, but that's going to be put on the back burner now with this new trade. But this is Crushables. I'm saying peace.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.